What's going on, everyone? I'm Marcos at the PM Hot Salsa Show.
And I'm Paul.
And we got a very special guest today. We got Jeremiah coming in from Pacaws Wings and Things out of Tucson, Arizona.
What's happening? I'm so glad that you said it right.
Which part? Tucson or Arizona? Or Pacaws?
So many people be like, aren't you the Pacaws guy?
No, man.
Pacaws. I'm like, Pacaws. There's no O in there. You said it all perfect. Hell yeah.
Nailed it.
Good
All right,
to be with you, man. Finally.
Yeah, for real.
Finally.
We tried to do this before. Yeah, some things came up, but yeah, glad you can make it out.
I'm glad I could too, man. It's very good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're out of Tucson, Arizona. I want to hear all about, the man behind the wing. I've heard great things. I haven't personally had him yet because I live in Phoenix.
I was going to bring him. Remember I told you I was going to bring some? And then I was just thinking that I was like, man, wings sitting in the car on the drive here.
No, I get it, man.
They ain't going to be the same.
I'm going to go pay you a visit.
No, I got you. I'll take care of you. But yeah, man, just I'm glad to be here. Just ask away. I'm an open book, man.
Yeah, we got you. We got you, man. So I want to start off with like the starting from the bottom. Where are you from? Where were you born? Where were you raised?
Tucson, Arizona.
Born and raised, huh?
Born and raised. Wildcat. Wow. Wildcat hard.
Check you out.
Right across the street from ASU doing this, man.
That's crazy.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Look good though. I was like, man, look, they got better views than U of A. You know what I mean?
They do got some nice views.
They got some nice views out here now. But born and raised Tucson, right? UMC Medical, man. So I was born and raised there. Just my mom, single mom, single mom living, Hispanic. My mom's I'm half Hispanic. My mom's Hispanic. That's what, when we get to that part, with flavors and stuff like that.
Oh, I definitely want to get to that, but not yet.
Yeah, but yeah, man, Tucson, Arizona, man, born and raised. Like I was just telling y'all, I lived out here for a little bit. I loved it. I loved living out here. It's a lot hotter out here, but
it's like 5 degrees. Come on,
5 degrees, man. Hey,
but the difference is it's in a bowl.
5 degrees make a difference. Man.
It does.
It does.
With that sun, 5 degrees make a difference.
You know what the big difference is? I think though is that Phoenix is in a bowl, and so the air doesn't move like in Tucson. So it might be hot, but you get a breeze.
It's one thing I remember when I lived out here. They call it the furnace effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I remember when I lived out here, when I first moved. Remember, like, when you're watching the news and it shows the little time and the weather, the local news, when it shows the time and the weather.
Yeah.
I remember it was like 11 o'clock at night and I'm watching the news and it's like 98 degrees, bro. I was like, the heat's still coming. That's why I learned about that furnace effect, because just the heat's just beating up the floor all day. And then by the time it starts cooling down, boom, it's 6 in the morning and the heat and the sun's back out.
Well, that's going to happen next month for here, for sure. So the 100-degree weather at night coming.
Oh, well, thanks for telling me. Yeah.
But
we didn't have to.
Jeremiah brought it up.
That's cool thing with Tucson. Tucson got the mountains. We got the mountains around. It's beautiful, But once that sun goes down, it cools down. We know once the sun starts going down, it's like, okay, but that's not out here.
No,
out here,
it's still hot.
You got about 30 minutes to go outside and enjoy some cool air before like the sun's like, hey, it's 4 in the morning. It's already 88 degrees.
That's crazy.
But that's one thing I remember out here. It was definitely the heat.
Yeah.
I miss living out here in a way because it just, to be able to bounce from, Glendale, Tempe, Paradise Valley, Scottsdale.
Yeah.
I miss living out here on that point, because there's just so much. I mean, what is it, like the fourth biggest?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fourth biggest city in?
I think it's the fifth, but still, it goes back and forth. I think with Philly, actually.
Philly?
No, not Philly.
Are you sure?
Philly's not that big.
Pretty sure. I'm telling you.
No,
we're going to look it up.
We got LA, New York fighting on that one. And then Chicago's third. I know Chicago's
Houston's number 4.
I'm almost positive.
You got Houston.
Yeah, you didn't.
So yeah,
Phoenix
would be 5 or 6. There's one where you have, you know what I mean? But like, population wise.
Yeah.
But I always remember that growing up. I remember when it was Phoenix Cardinals.
That's true.
I remember when it was the Phoenix Cardinals and not the Arizona Cardinals.
No, I don't remember that part.
Damn, I'm old, man.
Man.
I'm old.
That's before my time.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 43.
Oh, then you do. I'm 38. You got to remember that. Phoenix Cardinals?
Yeah, I think I've only been in Arizona for 16, 17 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I'm not gonna say who's my team is. Since we're talking Arizona.
We don't want to talk.
Yeah, we don't want to go down
talk
that path.
Either.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about mine either.
I want to go back to Tucson though. Like growing up, where where in Tucson were you like raised at mostly? Like in
Southside.
the South Side,
Southside Tucson.
like Midvale area, Irvington.
No,
Ajo?
part. My mom when I'll make it quick. I remember when I was born, we lived on Bilby.
Oh, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, Bilby. Yep. I grew up on Park in Irvington, which was crazy because like my mom grew up on the South Side too, and I remember her saying, "You're not going to the South Side schools."
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Ross Scrooge, which was a bilingual school.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know about the bilingual school, and that's the only bilingual school I believe it's a middle school, but it's Ross Scrooge. Shouts out to Pumas. I'm a Puma. Nah, but just it was Southside, and then mom got remarried. We went Centro area, which is right by Reed Park,
Mm-hmm.
and then I eventually went out to the east, towards the east side, and unfortunately, life from being a youngster, making bad choices, landed me in a pen.
We've all been there, yeah.
Yeah.
Not all the pen, not all the pen, but we've all made bad choices.
Yeah,
Up,
yeah. So, but no, it was mainly Southside, man. Southside, I love Southside. You got tar smell, ass smell. You got the tires. You got every bad smell that you can get.
All in one place.
All in one place at every corner. I love Southside Tucson. You know what I mean? It's just, just growing up on the South Side, like really showed me a lot just in life as far as diversity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Obviously being Black, my mom being Hispanic, a Colombian, she, Colombian Hispanic, you know what I mean? So I saw a lot of things, in life real early that, kind of just, I guess, molded me into just understanding what life's about. Because, growing up as a young Black kid in Arizona is obviously, from what I've seen, a lot different for the rest of the nation of young Black kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we're like a super minority down here. It's like, so, but yeah, man, it was a learning experience. Everything I've always taken, and that's what's cool about being a business owner. I tell my kids, like, everything's always learning experience.
For sure.
Suck everything in. Like don't just pass everything off in life. And like, so I try to get on them even with that, like, how we're raised, where we're at, and I love Tucson, man. I love Arizona, period. I think it's aren't we like one of the youngest states? We're like one of the youngest states.
Yeah.
Like as far as like I remember our centennial, the 100th centennial was
not too long ago.
10 years. It was less than 10 years ago.
I think we're the 49th state.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So
state 48.
48.
State 48.
Yeah. So, just that, just as far as that. But then you look at the culture around us, though.
Yeah.
You look at the culture, the Native Americans and with the Mexican, you look at the culture around us, goes way back.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we're at, go way back, So it's just, it's a very unique place to grow up, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to put it like that,
You said that you ended up in the pen. How long? If you don't mind me asking, how long were you in like locked up for?
7.5 years. I got sentenced to 8 years when I was 17. Obviously, didn't make the best choices. Got sentenced to 8 years, first timer. Tried as an adult.
Dang.
Yeah. Man, I was mad.
Like, here's the book. Take it.
Hey, I was mad.
Man.
Hey, you know what I said? I read the book. Word for word, though, page for page, and that's what it is. I haven't been back since. It was crazy. That part of growing up, seeing there was like kids around me that were in and out of, like Catalina, like the younger, and they were just getting slaps on the wrist, and here I come, first timer, and they just, bam, you know what I mean, upside the head. I'm just like, damn,
yeah,
like. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make no sense. He shot at cops, and I'm getting this, and he got probation. What the heck's going on? Like, it's just at the end of the day, what was beautiful about that though, what was beautiful about that, I remember having a conversation with my godmother, and she was like, dude, on the way you were going, and this kind of helped me get through my time, like, hey man, the way you were going, you could have been dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the correctional system is not correctional. You gotta correct yourself, you know, and that's when one thing that was that I got. I was young, thank God I was young. You know, 17. If I got 8 years right now, my life's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you get 8 years, like, whoa. Like, but I remember when they told me, 8 years, I was like, whoa. Like, my life, I got out age 26, no kids. Thank God I didn't have any kids. And when I got out, it was good, man. Just to know that I corrected myself. 1 + 1 equals. I always tell my kids 1 + 1 = 2. Always equal 2. So I was just kind of, when I was locked up, man, just kind of being able to. All you can do in there is think.
Yeah.
All you can do is lay there and think and reminisce and replay everything and thankfully, me, I thought like, man, what I don't want to be here anymore. When you're around people like those guys in there that are on their fourth, fifth bid saying they're sick of it. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're not. You're not sick of it. You're still here. Like you got to break the cycle. You got to break the cycle for yourself. As they say, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Right.
And that ties into business too. We'll talk about that. But that's where I learned where that came from as far as like just bettering yourself, man.
Yeah.
I look too good for that moment.
Like,
man.
I don't belong here.
Man, I still got my teeth. Man. Hey, and it's funny. I always hated that song as a kid, but as I got older, it always makes me like, I'm too sexy.
Yeah.
Bro, you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
If there was a song they could have showed me walking out of prison to, it was that one. Like, I'm too good for this. You know what I mean? So, just learning with that, man, just, it's all about your environment, who you put yourself around.
Yeah.
Can't be around 10 dumb people and expect to be
smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
Even if you are smart.
You might be the smartest out of the 10, but
but it's they're gonna rub off on you there. You have to understand that, you have to understand that you got to take kind of control of your life, man. And those were the things that I looked at when I was locked up. Like, well, number one, can't go back to the same people that.
Yeah.
And it's not, damn, man. One thing that prison really taught me was accountability for your actions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had obviously the people that I did some crimes with, you know what I mean? And I remember when my family was mad at them, they're like, it's their fault. I'm like, nobody put a gun to my head.
Yeah.
It was on me. You know what I mean? I didn't like how they put that on anybody else. I was like, it's on me. So, accountability of your actions, that's what part of being a man to me was. I had to become a man in prison. You know what I mean? Like I was scared. You know what I mean? Like,
so how was that experience? Because I'm just thinking back, putting myself in your shoes. When I was 17 years old, you have the whole world in front of you. And then you turn to 18 years old and you're sitting in a cell and got to think. So how was that?
It was actually, it was sobering, number one. But like I said, man, that's why I became a man. But what was crazy, I remember for the first 3 years, maybe first 3.5 years, I was the youngest on the yard. Where I was at.
Wow.
I was
going in at 17, huh?
Yeah, I was going in at 17. No, by the time I was sentenced in 18, but I hit the yard 18. After I got sentenced and hit the yard, I'm 18. It took like 3 years before I even started seeing dudes younger than me.
Wow.
And I think of some of the dudes I was around, man, and I ain't going front. I hate it. That's why I believe in God, because it's just weird. Like, is it a coincidence or conspiracy? You know what I mean? I'm like, is it a coincidence? I just happened to be around them good brothers that was, you know what I mean? And I had some good brothers around me, man, that were like, they looked at me like, you a sharp young dude. What you doing in here? Like, I'm like, I don't know.
I thought the same thing.
I don't know. My mom said, man, damn. But, yo, I'll never forget this. I have to say this. doing it. He was from West Side City. He was from out here in Phoenix, West Side City. Y'all know about West Side City Crib, right? It's one of the biggest, yeah. And I remember, man, sitting across the table from him, and he was like, and he said, and my boy Prevlo, he was my celly at the time. He was sitting next to him, and he's one of the big OGs. But he's like, yo, man, he's like, I don't see it in you. He's like, I don't see it in you. Like you don't look like a gangbanger to me.
Yeah.
You're not a gang. You what you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of like, and you know what? And it was all quiet, and it was kind of like, yo, is this nigga punking me?
Yeah, is he calling me out, or what is this? Yeah.
But no, my celly kind of like sniffered, and he was like, nah. That's when I knew he was coming with respect. He's like, nah. He was like, nah, seriously though. He's like, I don't get that vibe from you. Like, you know better.
Mm-hmm.
Me. I was like, well, how am I supposed to look? You know what I mean? Well, man, like, come on, man, give me a break. How you think I feel up here? No, but that showed me something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That showed me a lot, and it taught me a lot just for myself. Like, bro, you make bad decisions in life. You say I don't look like a killer. How a killer sound? Like, it's like damn. But that just showed me and let me know even further. Yeah, man, this ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for me. Like, it was good, man. I met a lot of good brothers, bro. And there's a lot of brothers that I'm still in touch with that are out doing great. Like, they're doing like truck driving. They stayed out, man. You know what I mean? They stayed out. Like, there's a lot of miracle stories out there simply because we didn't go back. And that's what I think. What I got just implanted in my head is like, you can't go back.
Yeah.
Granted, I did a little stint, like a little weekend in People County Jail because I didn't know how to warrant type deal. But little stuff like that, like whatever. But like, when you really look at it, it's like correctionals, you got to start with yourself, man. Yeah. And that's what I really learned with prison, man, is like, I had to forgive myself first looking in the mirror because I didn't want to blame. There's so many people in the world making excuses on why they're at in life. It's their fault. If it's their fault that I'm in here. If that dude didn't, to look in the mirror and be like, bro, you did this to yourself. Like, we're here because of you. Yeah. And then to forgive yourself and to know that you can do better and you are better. That's the part of prison that was actually the hardest for me, was to look at myself in the mirror and be like, bro, you did this to yourself. Like, and then you gotta be able to still believe in yourself. While the whole world, you got all these odds, the odds are going back from it, especially, and I don't like playing the race card thing, but for a young black man, the chances of a young black man for me was like, you're going back 6 months. Yeah. So when 6 months turned to a year for me, I was like, got him.
I might be on to something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I'm
like, hey, 1 year turned to 3 years, But then I started looking after that. I can't just go off that now. Now what am I going to do with my life now? Yeah. Now what am I going to do with my life? Instead of just, I can't just go through like, well, that's good enough for me just to stay out of prison. Now it's like, well, now what am I going to do with my life to show just to myself, and I start having kids and stuff. Like, what am I going to show my kids? Like, what are they going to be able to say? Like, you stay out of prison, that's it?
Yeah.
Like,
and you're responsible for them too.
Yeah. I got to show them, I got to show them some more things now, which is where I'm at now. But prison, to be honest with you, prison saved my life. I think I'm the first black person I've ever seen. That goes viral. They said, what? Yeah.
Oh, that's going viral for sure.
Yeah, he said, what? Prison saved us. What? Prison saved my life, bro. It really did save my life because, just to, if I didn't go to prison, I probably, I remember my godmother, she was like, yo, the way you was living, you could have done something even worse. You could have, somebody could have offed you. Like, and it was a real, when she told me that, that actually helped me with the time, because it did hurt. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to come out like Tupac. Of course. I want to come out like Tupac. Yeah. This is society. Yeah. This is what y'all want. My first 2 years, I was like that. Like, like I was mad, I was hurt. And then, kind of had to sit back and really look at like, you know what? Oh, shoot. I'm going to get another chance, And then I got my other chance, and here I am. I'm running with it now.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Doing your thing. You got out at 26, huh?
At 26.
26?
I thought, bro, I remember at 19 or 17 when my lawyer was like, they're talking about 10 years. I was like, what?
Well, you need to go back and tell him less than
Hey,
that.
I'm like 10 years. I was like, bro, 10 years to me was eternity. Like, yo,
Wow.
bro, get out. You know?
That's at 17.
Yeah, 17, but yo, I thought I was like forever. I got out 26. Like, oh man, hey. I hit my first club. I was like, hey, I'm like, hey, this ain't nothing. I was like, oh. I got my boys that are like hitting 30, my little young homies that be hitting 30, be crying about being 30. I said, bro, hey, you good. You still young. Cause 30, I was still like, hey, my hip wasn't hurting yet. You know what I'm saying? So hey, but you know, that's what life takes, you know, just seeing, like, just understanding that. Like, cause I remember when when I was 15, if you told me 30 years old, I thought you was an old, elderly.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like, no, if you take care of yourself, man, you can live to 60 years.
Yep.
I'll be seeing 60-year-old
bodybuilding. Yep.
Like, what? Like, what you eat?
Yeah, for real.
What you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, you ain't eating Pacaws, man. Pacaws. Yeah, man, you eating Pacaws. I hope Pacaws do this for me. I need to get a nutritionist. All the nutritionists hit me up because I want to do some, like, I need healthy wings.
Yeah, the healthy wings.
These people is living like 60, 70, 80 years old now, and they looking like they can beat me up. I'm like, whoa. So, but yeah, man, it's just trial and error, man. Trial and error and just learning, man. It's just, like I said, 1 + 1 always. I always tell my kids, 1 + 1 will always equal 2.
Always.
If it don't equal 3, you step away from it.
Yeah.
1 + 1 = 2. Like, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars.
That's true.
So what year you start your business?
2000. Legally? No, I'm joking. 2020. What are we in? 24 right now?
Yeah.
It's been about 2020, 21. I was in Eloy. And how that happened, I was working for Safeway. I shouldn't have name dropped them. Safeway gonna boycott. No, I'm joking. No, I was working for Safeway, man. And I loved working there. It was a great gig. Working for the meat market. I wanted to be a meat man. No homo. I was the meat man. I was the meat man, but I was trying to be an official meat man. But my son was born, and I didn't show up to work because I was at the hospital and they fired me.
Oh, man.
So I was like, yo, bro, I'm holding my son like, your dad has no job. And this is after having, he's my last one. My son is my youngest. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my son. I love you, son. He's my youngest. We finally had a boy, and I'm with no job. You know what I mean? Wow. And so I'm like, dang. So I kind of go into a little, like, kind of like backtrack on my, like, I didn't want to work. I was just mad, bro. I was like, I put all that work into want to, come up, and for whatever reason. And then, I'm out here in Pinal County, and there's nothing, when you go to Pinal County, there's just a lot of corporation food businesses. There's no real mom and pops.
Yeah, there's like homegrown. Nothing homegrown.
Nothing homegrown, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everything is, don't get me wrong, that Long John Silver's is amazing. We ain't got that in Tucson no more, but like when you go down that road, it's Churches, McDonald's, Wendy's. I'm like, where Theo Benny's stuff at? You know what I mean? Hey, where Uncle Chop's stuff at? You know what I mean? Like, and so that's why when I first realized, let's maybe I should start food, because when I was working with Safeway, I was learning a lot about meat cutting, and then I was coming home and cooking different stuff, putting it on IG and Facebook. People like, yo, start a restaurant. That kind of deal, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just like, well, I'm not just gonna start a restaurant like with everything out there. So I looked around and I thought about it. I said, well, I'm not gonna do tacos, because we could get tacos anywhere on any corner. And that's why I was like, chicken wings. And it's crazy. That's what chicken wings were like at the cheapest when I thought about it. Not when I got into it. When I thought about it.
Times have changed.
When I thought about it, I was like, yo, there's no food trucks out here. You know what I mean? There was like one food truck, bro. And they were always, every time we go to that food truck, it was right off I-10, right there when you're passing, when you just passed Casa Grande to the right, bro. And it was just like, like, oh man, maybe I should do a food truck. And then that's when I started thinking, maybe, I just want to kind of narrow down the cuisine. Like, what am I gonna do that, end up being chicken wings, man. That was about 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago.
Did you make chicken wings before that, or you just taught yourself when you thought of the idea?
I ain't never made a chicken wing in my life.
That's
You
crazy.
know, it's funny. I started with the full ones. I bought the full ones.
Yeah.
And I remember making it for the first time, and I grilled them though. I was real big on grilling and smoking at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and that's one thing that I was like, ain't nobody out here grilling or smoke. If I didn't know, I'm not saying if you did, I didn't know, my bad. But grilling and smoking the full wings. You know what I mean? With the whole little tip on the end that you, yeah. I was like, ain't nobody doing it out here like that. So, but I did that, and then that's when I remember looking at like people doing their own little thing at home, and I brought up a menu and I shared it, bro, and it got so much love. I was like, yo, and I had a homeboy who always told me, because I always had a big thing about business, following on social media. One thing that I would say is that I had a following on social media for a long time, which was dope. From my story, I had a lot of people support me already from being out of jail, and they seen me getting jobs, and they were like, yo, you're a good example of what these young knuckleheads need to see. Yeah. So I already had a good following, which is hard to build on social media already. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I remember my boy, he said, turn them likes into dollars. People will support you. If they're supporting you on one thing, they're gonna support you know what I mean? Yep. And so I already had the following, which kind of made it easier to be like, hey, I'm gonna sell. I could have sold anchovies in wrapped in bacon, and people would have been like, I'll try them. They look great. It's a beautiful thing about social media. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man, I did that, and I remember thinking of a name, trying to think of a name, and my oldest daughter, she was like, I'm trying to think of chicken wings, and she started clucking like a chicken. And I hear her in the back, and I'm just like, shh. I was like, yo, I'm trying to think, like, I was like, wait a second, she on the Pacaws Wings, because I didn't want to make it personal, like Jeremiah's Wings. Yeah, because they gonna be like, who's Jeremiah? Yeah. I always thought about branding. Like the main goal is to I want to franchise out. I want to be like McDonald's and make it. Hell yeah! Oh yeah. Yeah. I want somebody to come to me and say, I'll pay you $75,000 and I get to run the menu, and yeah. But so when she's like, Pacaw, I was like, yo, Pacaws Wings and things. Yeah. Boom, and it just stuck. And then from there, I just started doing catering, man. I was catering from Toltec. I lived in Toltec, and I was catering just on the weekends, like at least 400 to 1,000 wings, and I was grilling them still. Oh, that was the hardest part. And then boom, wing shortage. Oh damn! Oh, man, you got hit with that one. Huh? Oh, hey, bro, that's your whole income right there. I want to put this: when Wingstop was selling thighs, I kept selling wings, man. I kept selling wings. It was hard. I was able to make a profit though, because I was smart with shopping. That's one thing you get good as a business, or you learn how to shop. Oh yeah. Cut coupons. Not Walmart today. Ooh, Walmart. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? Different stuff. You know what I mean? And it's where I'm at today, man. You know what I mean? And it's it's beautiful, bro. Just when you stick with something. Like, that's the main thing I really did, was just stick with it. I stuck with it. I had people just, support me. And that was a cool thing that I already did have the social media presence from just being a Facebook comedian. And hey, that's the guy yeah, man. Hell yeah. Look at him. He's a good guy now. They saw me from party days to, no, he's a kid, or he's a dad now. And yeah, that was cool having those people support, bro, because you support, people there's like real life supporters that I've never met, bro, and they're just like, if I meet them in person, that's dope. You know what I mean? It's dope, bro. Yeah. So I'd say about 3.5 years, man, and it's been running from that. Just started from there, and then I finally came to Tucson because I wanted to come to Phoenix. Yeah. And then I didn't. I don't even want to talk about that. I didn't. I didn't. I'm glad I did, man. I'm glad I didn't. Even though Phoenix, I do plan on coming to Phoenix, man, because Phoenix is just a whole
bursting at the seams. Yeah, I know.
It's like just you got the Diamondbacks out here. I'm a Diamond, you got the Diamondbacks and the Phoenix Suns. I'm like, ooh, like, you know what I mean? It's just so much opportunity out here.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? When I say opportunity, that's cha-ching. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out here and bake with the rest of us.
Yeah, man. So it's like, but I wanted to do baby steps. You know, I believe baby steps is crucial to how you really step for your business to grow.
Yeah.
You know, so.
All right. So how many flavors of wings you have? Let's talk about these wings.
He's the sauce man right here, so he's going to want to get to the flavors.
Saucy.
Oh yeah.
Saucy.
Look, I've been looking at that shirt the whole time. I'm like, how many
flavors? I gotta count. I think last time I checked, and I've added 23, so I probably got like 26, but I don't sell them all at the same time.
So different specials of the week or whatever.
No, it's just some. You know, I learned with like events. You know, when I do events, man, there was this one time I made all my flavors, bro. I made all these flavors like that I have on my menu. Everybody want lemon pepper and hot. I was like, and just all these flavors went to waste.
Oh, man.
I make them fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I learned with like events and stuff like that. Like people were just like, give me lemon pepper. Give me mild. Give me 12 or 3 dozen mild. I'm like, yo, I got michelada and pineapple or sriracha. And, you know, they're like, yeah, give me mild. Like, yeah, I ain't making this for y'all no more, man. I ain't doing this no more. Because no, it's really, you know, like, you know, when you make them fresh, like my michelada sauce, that's the one that's my michelada sauce. Let me say this. My michelada sauce is the reason why Pacaws, like, even, because when I made that sauce, that really gave me like an idea of, oh, this is what Pacaws can be for Arizona. Yeah. Michelada. You know what a michelada is, right?
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
I have to ask. Some people be like, what's a michelada? I'm all looking at the person they with. Like,
it's a Saturday morning. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I want. Do you like clamato? What's clamato? Do you like tomato? You know, I gotta. You know, this is the conversation I've had with people. But michelada, man, I remember when I made the michelada sauce. That's what one thing I saw with Pacaws, and it's kind of back on the last question. My bad, but the sauces, you know, I was like, is anybody making fresh sauces? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like everywhere we go with wings, like go beep, and then I'm just saying beep because I don't want to put the company out there. They're a corporation. I don't want them to sue us or nothing.
Oh yeah,
like, beep. But they got like 30. They got like 30 flavors, mm-hmm. And when I go there, don't get me wrong, their wings are decent, but like I'm like, man. Dragon fruit, pineapple, kiwi sounds great. Let me get lemon pepper. That's how I started understanding with sauces, man. But so when I made that michelada sauce, man, I remember I made it with beer in it, but I turned it into a sauce. But the thing about beer is that it starts tasting. So I took the beer out. Once I took that beer out, and it was just like, oh man, I can make sauces that are, you know, Arizona.
Yeah, unique to Arizona, yeah.
To where we're at, bro. Yeah. And that's why I started really just focusing on that, man. Like fresh. Who could say they're fresh, you know, but it's harder work, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing when people say, how many sauces you got? It's like, I got a lot. And I started doing it like kind of with In-N-Out, you know how they got kind of like a hidden menu? Mm-hmm. I let people know when they come up, got like 6 other flavors I could make for you. That ain't on that menu right now. Yeah. That's just how you know what I mean? And they be like, yo, give me that. And they always come back for it. So but as far as altogether, like as many as I made, it'd be about 26. It'd be about 26 sauces. Oh, wow. I do have, and the most of them are sauces. I only got about like 5 rubs because I'm against rubs.
Yeah, me too.
But I had to start doing it. Because I had people, I remember I did lemon pepper wet and nobody ordered it.
Damn.
Nobody, bro. And I have the funniest story. It was a military couple, man. I remember they came up and made me laugh because she's like, you got lemon pepper wet? Because, you know, it's like an ATL thing. It's like, you know, back, it's like right?
Yeah, that's
so I was like, I thought I was going to kill it with lemon pepper wet, bro. I was like, oh, I'm going to kill it with lemon pepper wet, bro. It was like one of my least.
Damn.
It was one of my least sauces sold, bro, and it threw me off. But then I'll never forget this girl. She's like, I'm telling her husband why we got lemon pepper. Well, I was like, bro, nobody orders this. He's like, why? And then I remember she said, because it's dry out here. She's like, they don't like nothing wet out here. Bro, she understood us. Hey, I was like, you feel me? Like, bruh, I love the land. Even though it's one of the hardest sauces, it was one of my hardest sauces to make right there on the go too. Like, especially when I was on the go, because it's very citrus, the citrus in it. And for me to get it down to to get it down to like a sauce and it's not wet. Because once you make it wet, too wet, it'll make it soggy.
Yeah.
It'll make that crispy sense. So when you're doing all this, like, that's what was cool about doing wings, man, is that when you learn a formula, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't got no recipe. People like recipe. I'm like, bro, my ancestors.
My corazon.
Hey, my heart says stop.
Yeah.
My heart says add more. It might be a little different than the last one, but it's still gonna hit. Still gonna hit though. It's just a formula, you know what I'm saying? But I'll never forget that. She was like, cause the way she looked, like up at the sky and like at the sun, like everything dry out here. They don't like nothing wet out here. And I was like, bro, she's honest. She was right. Cause like nobody, but I love lemon pepper wet.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's just some flavors out here, people. And I'm not gonna make those if they don't sell.
Yeah.
Cause I had a real good friend of mine, with the rubs. I was like, I'm not doing rubs. I'm fresh. But he's like, bro, you need rubs. Like, you can't think of yourself. You got to think of the customer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to have dino nuggets on my stuff one day.
I'm
going to have boneless one day. Like, do you do boneless? Oh, man, I do real wings.
Yeah.
Right, but I understand as a businessman, you can't think of my personal taste. I'm not a chef. I always tell people I'm not a chef, bro. Like, that's a title to me that gains a lot of respect. You got to put in work for that. I'm a self-taught cook, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as sauces, bro, I'd say about like 24, 25.
Wow. What's your hottest?
My hottest?
Yeah.
I ain't made it yet. I still haven't done the I wanted to do it right before they banned it. That that one chip.
Yeah.
Oh, the one chip.
I wanted to see if I can turn that in, how hot I can make that a sauce. Because if it's one chip, I was like, I'll drop that in some hot sauce and
you could do that. And this man
you can make that to a rub. I'm a sauce guy, so.
Bro, but a rub, you just gotta break it down. I mean, I remember. So even with like Taki, Taki, I remember having some Taki wings.
Oh yeah.
I remember
that sounds good.
Yeah, the kids love it.
Yeah, they blew
kids, bro. You say Taki wings, they're like, give me 2 dozen. Like for real. And I'm like, but with that one, I haven't done the hottest one because I've yet to do the Ghost Reaper and all that. And that's just because to me, it's like I don't want to do anything where I have to sign a waiver.
I get that.
But the hottest I do have is a Scorching Sonoran.
Okay, that sounds good.
Scorching Sonoran. That is a hot sauce, and then I throw extra like the chita bean.
I was just about to tell you, man, you got to do it with chita bean, but you're already on it.
Chita bean, no, but the fresh chita bean, not the chili flake. That's Pizza Hut chili flakes. You gotta get that. Fresh
Damn, where do you get that?
The fresh chita bean,
the fresh
one, still in the balls.
Yeah,
they're still like
Oh no, I mean like fresh, where they're still like right off the plant, or like they're dry.
I mean fresh, like when they're dried.
Got it.
Because
like,
when you look at
off the vine,
see those ones. I remember my grandma.
Yeah,
who on my mom's side, she taught me the smaller the pepper, the hotter.
Yeah,
the hotter to get, bro. And I was like, what? Let me get one. She gave me coffee and milk, all kinds of stuff to try to kill it. It didn't work.
Damn.
So no, man, stuff like that, but I read the ingredients. Like when you look at the chili flakes compared to the chita bean, some of the stuff they put in the chili flakes to preserve them kind of kills the heatness.
Yeah.
Or the heat or the hotness, whatever you want to say. But like, I like everything fresh, bro. I like to, when you got a cough, you're like, shoot.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. So like,
it's going to be good.
So Scorching Sonoran is the hottest, bro. And what sucks? I remember one time I used, By the way, I don't make my own hot sauce. I tried, it didn't work out. So my hot sauce is not fresh.
It's no such thing. Fresh hot sauce is no good.
Yeah, but I used what is it? Tabasco, bro.
Yeah.
This dude ordered scorched and Sonora, and I just ran out of hot sauce, and I had Tabasco. So I was like, man, we tried it. I did the Tabasco. I mean, scorched and Sonora, right? Yo, this is when I was still. I'm like, oh my god, shoot! I didn't want to go out there and tell him I did scorch. Yo, he was like, that's too hot, and it's just in the back of my mind. But you ordered scorched and Sonoran, so it sounds like it did his job.
Yeah,
his nose was running when he was talking to me.
Oh,
man. Wow! Oh, I'm scorched and Sonoran.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing but Tabasco, bro. Like,
oh man!
Like, come on, bro. Like, how weak is you? Like, come on, don't get mad at me. Yeah, man. So it's just so. Hey, with the hot stuff, bro, I've learned. People will say they want scorched and Sonora, and you're gonna have somebody say it was too hot. You know, you're gonna ask for mild, they're gonna say there was no heat. I was like, if you want heat, you want to got mild.
Hear that all the time.
You know, so that's just stuff you learn about, like, and that's what makes it fun. Like, you know, like my favorite flavor that I've made, like just straight flavor, is pineapple orange sriracha.
Oh wow!
And I do not like sriracha.
Oh, for real?
So I'm gonna say with that. So if y'all ever try pineapple orange sriracha, bro, and it's
good.
My least best seller.
Wow.
Really?
Bro, I remember, and I'm buying fresh pineapples. Pineapples is going bad because ain't nobody ordered. I remember, bro, you know what I mean? Like, yo, but it was a trip to me. It was like, yo, this is like, I'm like, this is the plus flavors. Like, like this is me. This is outside of Mitchell. Outside of Michelada. This is this is my Carter 3. You know what I'm saying? This is my Jay-Z blueprint. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no love in the heart of the city, man. They don't like
maybe if you come out to Phoenix though, they might try it.
No, and you know what's crazy? And you know what's crazy? Then I get the people that come and they're like, yo, I want this one. And they'll show me a picture of the pineapple orange sriracha. Oh. They'll go through my pictures.
Oh, wow.
What flavor is this one? Pineapple orange sriracha. I'm like, it's back-ended. Damn, like I ain't making to make that for one person, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to charge you $30.
Yeah,
you know
for real.
No, I'm joking. No, but like it's just I've learned just you know, learning how to do events, you know, doing events and pop-ups, you know, to you know, just regular daily. And you know, it's like a budget too, though, man. That's what sucks about it. And then with inflation prices, you know, now we're talking about like the business part of it.
Yeah, for real.
Because the art part of it is easy. You can do whatever. But then when you got to tie in your budget part of it, it's like if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Right.
You know, and that's what I learned real quick with, bro. I was baking. I remember I made like a coconut curry. You know, like I was just jumping out there, and there were good sauces and stuff, but it was like nobody was ordering them.
Damn.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Nobody was ordering. They were like, "Give me lemon pepper."
Where do you go do events at? Just in Tucson, or do you go out of the city? Do you go to different states? Like, where are all the places you go to? Because like, I want people to come find you.
Just Tucson, bro, for right now, and that's basically because my trailer, the way the trailer's set up, it's on a one axle, so I can't take it on the highway.
Oh, damn.
It's gonna do beep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nah, I can't do that. So I'm in the process of, obviously, you know, I want to keep that one. I was gonna get a storefront, but I'm not ready for the storefront yet, just personally, because I'd rather have another. I'm looking to get another truck because I do want to come out here.
Yeah.
I got people that have been hitting me for events, Phoenix, you know, for a minute, man, and I'm like, there's no frontage road straight to Phoenix. I'm kind of cut off right when we get to Casa Grande. There's no frontage road. I gotta hop on there, and if it tip over, I'm you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if anything, you know, what I did read into was, you know, but that's how I started though, was with the, you know, with a little burner, a little bigger than that trash can. You know what I mean? And I remember telling people, like in that burner, I think I was only able to fit like 2-3 dozen at a time, bro.
Wow.
There's people still ordering, and they're like, I'm like, bro, I'm on like a 45-minute wait. And they're like, bro, the way you doing it, bet, I'll wait.
Hell yeah.
It was beautiful, bro. They were like, yo, he's doing the burner. I'm waiting. I'm like, yo, hey man, and those are the people that really kept me going, bro. Like there's so many dope people out there that really out here just supporting people. I remember like like just a burner, little pot, tent. They were like, "Oh, you know his wings are good." Look how he burn 'em." I was like, "Yo, I don't like it, but you know, like now I got a double fryer in a food trailer. I ain't waiting 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I bet you if you saw me doing it in a pot, you know what I mean? But that's the beautiful thing about just you know, shout out to everybody, man, that really supports small businesses first off, because like they really do keep you going in those times, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've had to wait for an hour, bro, and there were people just like standing there just talking to me like, "Oh my God, where are you from?" Like kind of like y'all, they was like asking me, "Where are you from?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Where are you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Dang." I'm like, "Nice to meet you, Nancy." Then they start talking. I'm like, "Bro, I got to get back to my orders." You saw, you know, it's like, but it's Arizona altogether, you know, because I've done a couple pop-ups in Phoenix, man, you know, in Tucson, and it's very supportive. The people that come out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've only ran into like 2 Karens, thank God. You know what I mean? And like I didn't really even have to talk Karen. I just knew she was a Karen, and she disappeared. I was ready to go in, and she was gone. She saw. She's like, yeah, you saw. I ain't the one. Nah, man, it's a beautiful community that like the Arizona food community altogether. You know, Phoenix and Tucson and even Casa Grande, man. Like it's just a very beautiful food community, you know, as far as like support, man. And I wouldn't be here without them, period. Like, because there was times, bro, there's days I didn't sell nothing. There was days I was out there for 3 hours and I didn't sell nothing.
Yeah.
And you know, and then I remembered the days that I made $2,000 in a day, and then boom, the next day I stuck with it, you know. So it's just really the people out here, man, and it is a good diversity. I'm glad of like how I've marketed my product, and making my product like out here, you know, as far as like my flavors, you know, the cilantro lime jalapeno. That's
that sounds good.
Yeah, have you seen it?
No, I have. I've seen your stuff. I always look at your pictures, man. I'm like,
no, the cilantro lime jalapeno, like, you know, the michelada, the my mango habanero, that's always from scratch.
Damn,
like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the main thing I wanted to just kind of kick, you know, even out here, you know, Sriracha Gold, you know. I remember I had the green, I remember my quesadilla, I had like I called it Pacawsadilla.
Pacawsadilla. I like that.
Yo,
I tried to put Pacaws and everything, bro. Pacaw burger, Pacawsadilla. What's the other one I had? I had like my Pacaw dog. The Pacaw dog.
That Pacaw dog.
It's
What's that one?
It's a beef hot dog with the green chili, green chili roasted with chorizo.
Damn.
Oh man.
You know, they do. Hey, chorizo's big out here, bro.
I'm sold.
Chorizo's big out here, bro.
Chorizo go on everything.
Like chorizo go on everything out here. Like, and then you know, I learned about the beef and the pork. I don't like beef chorizo personally, but I get the. I don't eat none of that swine, bro. I'm like, bro, you ain't even Muslim, bro. Like, come on, bro. God's like, I don't eat none of that swine. Like, okay. Then I learned how to do it. That's why I got beef. You can't say nothing now when I do this beef chorizo fries, and they came and bought it. They were like, yo, it's fire. So
it sounds fire.
It's just learning about your product, bro. And what I've learned is when you know, and people ask me, why don't you do soul food? You know, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Because I just look around where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I just look around where I'm at to where I can be me, but I still gotta, you know what I mean? Like soul food out here. People think barbecue is soul food out here.
Yeah, I know.
That's so true, man.
I know.
That is so true.
Hey, it makes me do this. You know, when you really learn about food and you're like, oh, they think like, where's the soul food spots? And then they tag them a barbecue place. Then against barbecue places, but you know, it just makes me go, that's soul food, that's barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, so you just learn about your product and
well, you are unique. You are unique. You have a unique product. You know
man. I try to keep it unique, man. And at the same time, you know, just some fun. Like, bro, I remember doing you're gonna laugh at, there we go. Pacaritos. You're gonna like this. Doritos.
Oh, I love those.
The bacon wrap, peppers with
those.
the shrimp in it.
Yep.
Pacaritos. But then I infused the cream or the sour or the cream cheese in it.
Yeah.
I infuse it with the crab meat.
Oh,
with the lime. It's just a whole nother.
Damn.
Man, I'm hungry, man.
Yeah, we got to go. We're going to Tucson after this. Have to fire up
I
the
got you,
burners.
man. I got
Fire
you.
up the burners.
I got you.
I know he's going to get to his question, but I want to add, before we get to that, I want to ask, like, I'm sure you've thought a lot about where you're trying to go. So if you, where do you want to take Pacaws Wings and things? What is your vision, long-term vision for Pacaws Wings?
Franchise. I'd
Oh,
say
yeah.
nationally. If I hit the 6.4 billion jackpot one day,
Done.
I don't even play.
Yeah.
You gotta
Well,
pay.
you got to
But
play.
if I
the money.
always thought about it, like, yo, if I hit the lottery, we going worldwide real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Have you seen Tokyo's McDonald's menu?
Yeah, crazy.
Bro,
I
that'd be
haven't.
Pacaws. You gotta have to go. Hey.
I got
And
to
over
look
here,
it
you're
up.
gonna be like, man, we just get wings. You go to Tokyo, you're gonna have
He gonna get all the flavors.
sushi.
he
Man.
loves.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
can
yeah.
get all his flavors.
Hey, man, you gonna get all the flavors over there. Man. You gotta go to Tokyo for this, man. Hey, but like, no, but it's just as of right now. If I started small steps, I want to get to Phoenix. Definitely,
Yeah.
I plan on coming to Phoenix within the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
And it kind of hurts to say that because I remember big company coming out here that started in Tucson. That was a staple in Tucson. You couldn't go nowhere else but Tucson to get it. And I want Pacaws to be that, but then it's like eventually, like, you know, just what I want for my legacy with Pacaws, man. I'd love to have a franchise.
Yeah.
You know, hats off to ATL Wings.
Yeah.
They're a perfect blueprint example of what I feel Pacaws can be and even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, I thought they were from Atlanta.
They're not. I don't know where they're from.
They're from here.
Are they?
They're from Chandler.
I didn't even know. Damn, for real?
Bro,
First
I didn't even
location,
know that.
Chandler.
Wow.
bro, I thought they.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm talking about now? I always thought it was ATL. I was like, man,
I do like ATL Wings.
I do. Hey,
I do like ATL.
I like ATL Wings, but I love their blueprint on how, you know, and how they've gotten out 3 locations out in Tucson.
Oh, nice.
And I was better. Hey, some of the game that I got, because I've got a lot of game from people in the food industry
Yeah.
out there, in the food game out there, and 2 of them, you know, were from ATL Wings, man. And I love just how they put that picture in my, oh, this is what it is, a franchise. I was like, oh, word? Like, oh, boom, boom. Oh, man, that's dope. So I could do that. You know what I mean? I could do that.
Yeah.
You can't tell me I can't, but I can. You know what I mean? So and that's why I'm glad I came up with Pacaws, or my daughter did, man. I'm glad because it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
Pacaws, like, I could sell that anywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why did chicken cross the road?
Yeah.
Because like, bro, it's like it's easy. Like, it's just, you know, like, I've had people like, yo, your logo, all that. So my main thing, like, long term, is franchise.
Yeah.
I want somebody to come to me and be like, I paid $75,000. Like Starbucks. There's Starbucks going up everywhere, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That's a franchise. That's,
Yep.
you know, whoever the top head up at Starbucks, people are paying him and he runs the menu. And this is who you get your coffee beans from.
Yep.
Yep.
And you pay us a royalty.
Yep.
Do whatever you do, but you got to do it how we run it. You know, we gonna
Yeah.
tell you what's on your menu and cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Yep.
You know, so
Stack it up.
that's the long term. My short term would just be getting a storefront, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm scared as hell of getting a storefront because right now I'm a one-man band just running the food truck. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So when you have a staff, you know, I'm not even on like, oh, that's scary. You're like, man.
Yeah.
This young brother come in late, bro, for the 5th time. What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Am I gonna talk to him like Uncle Leroy? Am I gonna talk to him like, you know, that's the type of stuff I gotta.
Get into management.
Yeah, you know what I
yeah.
mean. When you start managing people and stuff, that's where I'm like, man, you know, it's really kind of scary, bro. That's how. I mean, I was scared to run the food truck, but now I got that. I can do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I should have another food truck out there in Phoenix moving. So we'll see what happens, man. As of right now, I'm just loving, like, you know, just got nominated for the best.
I was gonna bring
chicken.
that up.
Oh, yeah,
Best chicken,
alright.
best food truck.
We saw
Arizona
that.
Daily
man,
Star.
I'm like, whoa, like, hey, dope. Hey, I'm like, dope. And, it's like, and I see a lot of people. Like with Best Chicken, they got Dave's Hot Chicken right there. I'm like, I'm going against Drake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Toe to toe.
Like, Drake?
Toe to toe.
Let me call Kendrick, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Drake.
Yeah. You got
That's how I feel about his chicken and his bread. Like, Drake, how he give you? Drake signed off. Man, I'm going to call K-Dot, man. You know what I mean? This is where you can, they not like, this how you, but nah, man, this like, but that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Just, like like last year with I did the wing off. I did that's the only wing off they had in Tucson, man. Shout out to Support Local Tucson for doing that wing off, man. I remember the health department showed up and tried to shut it all down. I said, y'all, we going. And I ended up winning. It was beautiful. It was like, even if I didn't win,
congrats on that.
Shout out to everybody who came out, you know what I mean? But it's like little things like that keep you going, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, to be a part of the community, bro. That's the main thing. I just want something, just to be a part of the community. I'm not really thinking about the money right now.
Yeah.
Like when it gets there, but I'm getting older. I'm already wanting to sit down and breathe. And I'm barely getting into it.
Yeah.
So it's like, how am I gonna do that? So it's just like, man, I'm taking it a day at a time, bro. I mean, I want to come out to Phoenix, not in the summer. Not in the summer, but I'll be out here, man. So it's just I'm kind of always been when it feels right, I jump on it. So, but that is the long term part is franchise.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. This is my favorite question of the show.
Oh,
all right. So let me ask you this. Why do you do what you do?
You know what? I saw that when I saw it. I was like, he's going to ask me why. Why do I do what I do? And when I sat there and I'd say my kids, but it happened before then. Why do I do what I do? Like my why. Honestly, man, it's just my own legacy, man. What helped me with prison, I thought about my father and I thought about what are people going to be able to say about me when I'm gone? It's legacy, man. My legacy. And I guess, and I feel that ties everything into where I ain't got to, my kid, of course my kids are why. Because they take all my money. I make
Yeah.
No, seriously. Like, I got to sell these wings. And like, they ate like $40 worth of my wings. I'm going to start billing them. I'm going to start billing them. Like,
here's your invoice.
They're going to turn 18. I'm like, by the way, over the last 18 years, it's going to be about $32,000 worth of wings you just ate while I was selling wings. Daddy, I want wings. Here's a 3-piece. Here's a 4-piece. And I start adding it up like, yo, bro, I just gave you like $80 worth of wings. And when this person calls me and I'm sold out, but I'm just, whatever. You ate. You love Daddy's wings. So to tie everything, it's just legacy, bro. It's legacy. And I think that's, it's a good pride for, I think that, that I think I want to, leave behind to instill in like just young men, young people who are looking for a purpose. I went through life like drifting for a long time and I'm just like, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? And then when I look at Best Chicken and Best Food Truck, I look at my
That's dope. I was just
when I look at that, I'm like, yo, I think I figured something out. Hey, Mom, guess what? I think I finally got something right. Like 38 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I might be onto something. Like, you know what I mean? Legacy, man. Legacy is just, my why is just, what I would instill, because I've always wanted to talk to like the juveniles and stuff like that. Like you teach them a pride of like, what are you going to leave behind? It's legacy, man. My why is, what are y'all going to be able to say about me when I'm gone?
Yeah.
He was a cool cat. He was funny.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Like, it's got to be more than that. You know what I mean? It's got to be more than that. And the only person that could really make them answer that is us. Like how you live your life. That dash that we get from beginning to end, that little dash part right there.
Yeah. What'd you do?
What did you do with that dash?
Yeah.
Because we look at that dash a lot when people pass away, you know what I mean? And I always look at that dash like, what can we do with that dash? That dash is so, for us, quick. I feel like, bro, you say 26, I'm like, bro, that's like forever.
Yeah.
And it's boom like that. I've been out, for, so many years now. And I'm like, dang, like it just flies by. But, that's just, how you can make people around you better. How could you make your community better?
Right.
What could you bring to the table? Not what can people bring what could you bring to the table? Like I always love that Kennedy line. Like, don't ask what you can do for your country. What could you do for your country?
Right.
That's how I kind of feel about it. Like a lot of people just, I feel, go through life looking through handouts, bro. They look for handouts. If something bad happens, it's somebody else's fault. Nobody takes accountability. So I kind of just want to instill that, hey man, grab life by the horns, build something for yourself.
Yeah.
And to be proud of. And instilling people around you, inspire. That's what you were telling, that's what this whole podcast is about, inspire, you know? And I just that's why I say I wouldn't just say my why or my kids, because there's a lot of other kids that, when I see my kids going to school and they're rocking their little Pacaw shirts.
Yeah.
My dad makes the best wings in.
I love that.
Makes the best wings in Tucson. I'm like, yeah, tell them.
That's right.
Tell them.
Yeah, tell your parents too.
Tell your parents too. And with a discount if they're from your school. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I think, I'm a little peon in the whole universe, but what could I do to the people around me, or the people around me, the people in my community? Yeah. What could I build? Right. In a little time that I have, and I feel just in a little time, man. I really am, bro. I really am, because don't get me wrong. There's a lot of times I was like, dang, man, I want to go back and get a real job. Yeah. And I say real job because all you gotta do is show up and clock in, clock out. I'll get my check. Yep. And there's nothing against people that have jobs, you know what I mean? But it's like,
it's a mindset.
It's it's to me, it's you stick to it, man. You just gotta stick to it. You gotta stick to it, and that's the beautiful thing that like when I was holding my son and I didn't have no job, that's what kind of made me want to get that business, to be like, I want to show you the blueprint to where you never have to work for nobody again. Yeah. Daddy don't gotta ask for his days off. Yeah. They be like, when can you take time off? I'm like, whenever I want. You know who you talking to? Yeah. I'm like, hold on. I look around like, hold up, man. Hold up. You know who you talking to? Yeah. Like, I can take whenever off. Yeah. But it's no days off on this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just a beautiful thing, man, just to instill that. I think the world's lost a lot of that part, man. Yeah. And, with my kids. So the why is just legacy, man. Like, build your legacy, through your kids, through your family, through your community, people that can just, that you can help, Right. I've given jobs. Like, I remember giving jobs to people who didn't have a job. Nobody would give them a job. I'm giving them a job. And it felt good, bro. It felt good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just the little stuff. That's my why. Like, Cause I'm the boss man. Yeah, because you can. Oh, you can't get a job? No background check needed. Show up at 9 o'clock and I would talk to you. I've done that, and it felt good, bro, because I know how it is out here. You know what I mean? It's hard for people out here, bro. And just to, spread that. That's why I love when I read, when I first looked at the podcast, like what you're talking about, inspiring, motivating, bro. It's like, it's contagious. Yeah, I don't want to call it disease because disease is bad. It's a bad disease, but it's contagious. That what you can spread with. We got to uplift each other. I've had people hit me like, man, I want to do plates, and I'm like, bro, do it. Hell yeah, knock it out. Like that's how I started. I started selling plates. I didn't even start with wings. I was like, bro, I did a barbecue platter, and I didn't even have wings. I had wings on there that were trash, bro. I didn't even like them. I didn't even like them, bro. I smoked them too long, bro. And you know what I mean? Like I remember little things like that. Now it's, hey, it's the Wing King. You know? Like I remember doing the little Pacaw. Like if you see me in If you see me in person,
Like out in public, yeah.
Pacaw, you get a free dozen. Bro, I remember going to Costco. Pacaw.
Oh shit! Your pockets are hurting.
Man, I gotta take that promotion down.
I'm leaving.
I'm broke. I'm broke, bro. I done gave away like $80 worth of wings. Just like, damn, I don't even know who the hell they was. You know what I mean? But it was fun though, man. It felt good though. You know, people recognizing you for something good, man. That's a beautiful thing that I just feel the world could use, man. And food. It's the only reason I got into food. Just because
people love food.
Food brings everybody together.
Everybody. Yeah. You know, I got to say, you got a truly inspirational story. I don't even think we scratched the surface. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, brother.
I'm really glad that you came out here. You came a ways out to come see us, talk to us, and share your story.
I appreciate it.
So I appreciate you for coming out. And you're welcome back, you know, in the future again. And we're going to go see you for sure.
Round two. Y'all let me know round two. When y'all pull up round two, y'all could do an episode pulling up on me for a quick one.
Yeah, we'll have to. We'll be out there for the 4th Ave Street Fair.
All I'm going to say, no questions will be asked. I'll be eating, bro.
Yeah.
We're going to be like,
these are good. Okay, what?
Run them.
Yeah.
Just message the flavors you want, man.
Yeah,
by the way, I want to say, for the record, your personal favorite rings sound bomb. I will order them.
Yeah, me too. I want those.
They weren't no regular.
Those two.
Bro, I really did pineapple. I'll cut the pineapple, cut out the middle, put in the blender, get the orange juice. Hey, I didn't do the regular oranges. I did those California blood oranges.
Oh, yeah.
Squeeze those in there, do the sriracha sauce in there. That was just straight basic, natural basic. Boom, did that. Throw some starch in there to thicken it up, heat it up. Then I can't tell you after that.
Yeah, it's a secret.
But then the little seasonings I do, put a little, that was like my favorite sweet to spicy.
Yeah, we gotta try that. We're going out there. We're gonna try that. Yeah, we're gonna.
I'll bring them out for y'all. Yeah, I ain't brought them out since.
We're pulling up.
People be asking me like, which one's these ones? I was like, man, I ain't. Don't talk to me. I ain't buying no pineapple right now, bro. I ain't buying no pineapples right now.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for what y'all doing for small business owners as myself, bro. I really do.
Absolutely.
All right, man. It's been a great episode.
All right, we'll see you on the next one, brother.
Gotcha.